Hi everyone, this is Brad here. Today we're going to talk about accessing delivery across multiple projects at once. So essentially what this is going to be able to do for you is if you are in charge of signing or sending final reports to your clients, you can actually do this across multiple projects, speeding up really the efficiency when it comes to delivery. So the general perspective here is that the review of all of our reports, that's already been done. Okay, so when we're talking about this, the review is already done. We're talking about sending off the final reports that just basically need to be potentially signed and sent. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create a couple of reports at different projects, and then we're going to go and see how we can kind of manage them at the same time. So I'm first going to start off, I'm just going to go into quality control. I'm taking some shortcuts here, but I'm going to create a compaction or a density test report. So let's just grab a couple of these guys here. I'll just mark them as complete and I'll hit finalize. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to create the report, but I'm not going to send it yet because maybe I want to do some consolidating later on, or maybe I'm not ready to send it, right? I want to email it later on in the day or later on the week. So this particular report, just going to create it and it's going to go into my report repository, which is what we call delivery, for later on. So there's one report, and I did that in the Northeast Regional Hospital job. Okay, I'm going to repeat this process. I'm going to go back into quality control. Let's just do another one at a different project. Let's go to the Energy Center Plaza expansion. Okay, so same concept. We'll take a couple of density reports as well. We're going to pretend that we reviewed them, and we're going to finalize. Maybe I'll sign a little bit later. Okay, good. So again, the concept here is that you can go on with your day, finalize reports across different projects, different types of reports. There's a very easy way to net all of the reports that you haven't sent off to your client yet. Because things get busy, you're finalizing them, but really you need to make sure that you're aware of what reports are basically sitting on the table that need to be sent to the client. So where do those all go? Well, they're going to be stored in delivery, right? That is your internal report repository. And what I love about this is if you come directly through delivery, you have some filtering, and these are some of my favorite filters in the whole system. It's these two right here that I want to draw your attention to: delivery status and sign status. So I can instantly search for all of the projects that I haven't sent the reports to, even including the ones that say, you haven't signed either. Now, what I might want to do as well is maybe I want to filter myself as the project manager just so I'm not seeing everybody, right? So those are the three filters I'm going to apply. I'm going to run a search, and here we go. So I can see that I have 7 projects where I have outstanding reports that meet this criteria of not signed and not delivered. That's essentially the money on the table, right? I have those reports are all but ready, or they're ready to go. I just need to potentially sign them and deliver them. Now, I could do this one project at a time, right? I could simply just open up this project here like that, and notice that my filters are maintained. So not delivered and not signed. And here are I can validate this, the 6 reports that I potentially need to sign and deliver. Now, I could do this in batch, right? I could simply, maybe I want to sign my density reports because those require signatures. Keep in mind, you can filter for that. But you can do this in batch. So if I need to sign it, I can go ahead and use, let's see if I do this right. There we go. So I'm going to put my signature on multiple reports at once. If I had 100 of them here that all needed a signature, I could do that. So notice these are actually going to disappear in just a moment. Right? So see how I went from 6 down to 4? Well, the reason it did that is because I'm filtered for not signed. right? So because I just signed them, they're not going to be displayed here. But I can certainly get rid of that and go to signed or even just show me all. And of course, there they are again. So these are all the reports now that I simply need to send off to my client. And if I need to, all I need to do is just click, grab them all, click email. There's my email, my distribution lists, and hit send. Okay, so off they go. Now, again, what's great about this is that MetaField is going to know that you have delivered your reports. So even though it says no records found, well, that's great. We want that. That's my indicator to say I've sent everything to my client because it says not delivered. So if I hit clear on my filters, here are my reports that I just sent off to the client, and I do have my email log of when I sent them to who and when, right? So that's when you sent them. But the point of this demo is that this process you can do across multiple projects at once instead of just one at a time. So if we back up a little bit, what we can do is we're going to open up delivery one more time. And again, maybe you want to maintain these filters here, right? So if I want to come back, say, show me which ones I haven't delivered, maybe not signed. Let's actually leave that one empty for right now and go to me, run a search, and now I'm down to these projects. Well, you could actually grab all of them or even just a couple. It's kind of a little hidden feature that you have the ability to open up multiple projects at once. So let's go ahead and click open. And now what you can do is notice here, these are all of the projects that I'm working within. Now, this is maybe a little bit more of an advanced user step because notice here, it's going to tell you the project number that it's in. My recommendation would be to maybe filter or sort by various projects. And now you can just speed up that whole process that we just went through. So again, really the ultimate goal, right, is you want to show when you're filtering for not delivered, basically you want to get down to zero, kind of how we did on the previous step. So if I scroll down, I can see that I have 13 reports all marked as not delivered across all of these projects. So if I use this one right here, I simply hit email, off it goes. I got my distribution list already established. There are those folks there. Simply hit send. So those reports go off, and then I have a couple left. And again, you could do this. I tend to like to group them by projects. But if we scroll back down, now I'm down to 11, right? I was just at 13. So rather than coming in and out of multiple projects, maybe why not just have all of them grouped up here together, and then you can work your way down to zero all in one screen. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You can start off at one project just to see how that goes, and if you're getting comfortable and more confident, try two projects. But again, the key step is if you go back to delivery, it's right here. This is my favorite filter, right there. Not delivered. Maybe put yourself as project manager, run a search. You're going to be able to see all of the projects where you have outstanding reports that need to be sent to the client. Right here, just grab multiple projects at once, click open, and you'll be set to use this. Okay, so that's it for now. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. But hopefully this has been helpful, and thanks for listening.